What's going on, everybody? And welcome to a very special edition of the Lights Out. A special YouTube edition of the Lights Out, brother. This is a alternative podcast that we do from the Retro Blood podcast, where on the Retro Blood we talk all about 1980 horror movies. We talk 1980s pro wrestling. We talk 1980s metal. But on this particular show, we talk anything what we want at all times. And for this one, we're actually living the gimmick that we talk about. We went to a pro wrestling show.
Yeah, we did.
AEW Collision here in Greenville, South Carolina, brother. The famous Greenville Coliseum, home of Jim Crockett Promotions, brother. Fantastic wrestling. August 5th, 2023. So, and I'd say it was a pretty good show. I liked it. I liked this one a lot. It's very, me and Allison, so far, since I moved over here to North Carolina, we've been to AEW and two AEW shows. One of them has like a Lost podcast that we did.
Yeah, we have a Lost one for sure.
And like, I think the only reason I didn't post it because we were just rambling. Hopefully that doesn't happen over here, but
we'll see what happens.
There's about to be because bro, I've been drinking all day.
Yeah.
So it definitely was a fun show, and like I said, we've been to a couple of these so far, but I think this one might have been my favorite just because of like where we were positioned at and everything.
Well, this is by far the best show that we've seen together.
Yeah. So it definitely makes up like a big difference. So with this one, we'll talk a little bit about the show. You know what I mean? Because we were there live. Obviously this show had some heavy competition because it was going against SummerSlam.
Yep.
So maybe not a lot of people probably watched it.
But it was live on television on TNT.
Yes, it was live on TNT, brother. Main event, CM Punk versus Ricky Starks. Good match, which we'll talk about over here from a live perspective. But the show was pretty interesting. I knew they had Ring of Honor matches, but I didn't realize how many they had.
I just didn't realize the quality of what we were going to see, but I should have probably. But I see the fatal flaw in the new Ring of Honor now.
Well, brother, that's like $9, man. I mean, come on, brother.
$9.99 a month.
$9.99, brother. You could see fucking, Lee Moriarty. You know what I mean? You got a couple of Athena appearances. I mean, come on now.
Could have been worse.
You think they'll put that Darby Allin segment on
No, I don't think that was even filmed.
No, probably not.
Darby Allin did show up at the end of the show.
That was the most random.
Yeah, it was super fucking random.
Like they literally threw this. They flew this guy into Greenville to come out and say, "Hey, thanks for all you 50 people who stayed."
Well, they flew him out there so that with all the people that stayed will feel not guilty, but they'll regret leaving because
you didn't see. Well,
they didn't see Darby Allin.
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't give a fuck. I mean,
I wouldn't either, but a lot of people would.
I mean, I like Darby and everything, but he was literally out there. All he did was he nailed Tony. What's his name? Tony Nese with the skateboard. Came out there, said, "Hey, I flew here from 2 different states to come here.
Yeah. And
thanks for staying. These guys like it. See you later."
Yeah, then
just take my money.
He would have a surprise for whoever he's wrestling on Wednesday.
Yeah, for Swerve and AR Fox.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, we talked about that during this matches when we thought about leaving. We were like, well, what if Shibata has a match? Yeah. We could have seen Shibata, but we didn't.
No, I mean we got fucking Gravity
and Shane
Taylor.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, brother.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to get an ass every 18 inches? Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of
rough,
asses every 18 inch, let's go down this card.
Let's do it.
So the first thing we noticed was the Iya Riccaboni being on Wikipedia.
That was great.
And I actually have it pulled up here. I'll post this on the fucking
show.
I'll post it on the show right now because this is it's a semi-video format I'm doing.
Semi-video.
So I'm putting pictures. You could hear her voice, but I'll put some videos of stuff I put on there. But
it's a super experimental episode.
It looks like he has his computer open.
Yeah.
And he's definitely on Google.
Yeah, like he's Googling who these guys are.
But like
these people.
But the only thing I could see is like there's like a Pepsi logo. Like, is he Googling Pepsi?
I don't know.
Maybe he's thinking, okay, I want to bring up CM Punk likes Pepsi. Maybe I'll bring up history of Pepsi during his match or something. But I'll post it on there, everybody, for you guys to see. Because the only thing I can see on this photo is his little fucking pink or like fucking pinkish jacket, and then his computer, and then it looks like he's on Google.
Like he's Googling someone.
Like it's Googling, and then like there's like a Pepsi logo there. So pretty interesting. But the first match that we have for the evening.
Yeah.
And this one was a fun one. I like this opening match. It was Big Bill from our Big Cass.
Yep.
Have you ever seen Big Cass wrestle before?
Yep.
Or was it your first
I saw
time?
him and Enzo together.
Me too. I saw them when they actually debuted on the main roster. Because I'm pretty sure they debuted the night after WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. They debuted over there. But it was Big Bill and Brian Cage, who had a Sting gimmick on.
Still wearing the Sting gimmick.
Well, like he didn't wear it for a couple weeks, and then now he decided to wear it. Maybe because we're in Greenville.
Oh, that may be. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Sting wrestled here a bunch.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
For Jim Crockett.
And he has the scorpion on his pants.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sting. They should have like an angle where Sting comes out and tells him to knock that shit off.
Well, I mean, in his defense, though, Brian's defense, like Sting doesn't do the surfer guy. Like that's all.
That's true. He doesn't do the surfer guy anymore.
So but they fought FTR, which was super over. Night because they're from where we're at, Asheville.
Right, exactly.
Like I was telling you during the show. I mean, during the wrestling show, like how great is it? Like if a wrestler wrestles in their hometown. I mean, you can literally just go to your fucking bed after wrestling.
Of course,
a good match.
Go to your own house and see your family.
It's way easier. You know what I mean? Instead of going to some fucking hotel, getting some fucking pizza, getting some check-in boy, that bullshit. No, you just go to your fucking house after you're done. So it's definitely a lot better. But this match was pretty good, FTR was a good tag team and stuff. I say it was a pretty. I mean, I can kind of tell who the winners are. But I thought actually this for an opening match, I thought it was pretty good. Like a lot of high influence, and I thought the team of Big Bill and Cage is actually a pretty good. It was
actually pretty good. Yeah, they Collision's been doing the thing with the opening match being really good lately.
Yeah,
because it was like last week, the week before when they FTR fought Bullet Club Gold for an hour in the opening match.
Yeah,
that was fucking great. It was a great. Anytime FTR's in a match, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. And the big thing about this match, besides them winning, was that the FTR, they challenged the Young Bucks to the London show.
We're gonna get in a little bit of trouble tonight, but we're in the Carolinas, so we do think differently here. 10 years ago, we started Legacy. We talk about being the greatest tag team of all time. And I think through every promotion we've been the world champion, whether it's the States, Japan, Mexico, doesn't matter. We were the world champion 10 times over. To complete the legacy and to be known as the greatest tag team of all time, the two this was incredible. Briscoe's trilogy. Yeah, that was incredible. Beating those two big bastards. Yeah, that was incredible. But there's one thing we gotta do. One thing left for FTR to do. We finish it in Wembley. 80,000 strong. 80,000 strong.
So does that mean the Young Bucks are going to win the tag titles back in London?
It's possible. I mean, they just signed those new contracts. You know what I mean? We got some money coming in.
Likely. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put the belts on them. Maybe if they win in Wembley, that will make them have an excuse to come to Collision. Because they haven't been on Collision.
They'll never be on Collision.
Yeah, they will. Kenny said it in his promo.
That they would be on Collision?
Yeah, he name dropped Collision.
Well, he said that we might show up to Collision. He never said they would.
Why not? What are they afraid of?
They're not afraid of anything.
They afraid of Punk?
They're not afraid of Punk.
You gotta shoot on him, brother?
They just don't want to beat Punk up again.
You gotta shoot?
They just don't want to
beat up. Was it in the script?
I mean, I saw Punk fight in UFC. I really don't think he beat anybody up in that fight. What
do you know what I need? I need the Young Bucks and Kenny and Omega to come to Collision, and I need the announcer to say, "Hey, that wasn't in the script."
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, you know what the money match is, right?
What's
the money match that if they can get over, it'll happen. Was Kenny and the Young Bucks versus CM Punk and FTR. That's the money match.
Well, you could tell. I mean, I could tell they're headed that way. You know, because we're seeing FTR and Punk team up a lot more.
They just have to go. The Elite has to go over. They have to. Punk cannot go over again.
I think Punk should pin him clean.
All three of them at the same time. All three of them.
Yeah. Stack them.
He should just do the go to sleep and
stack. Pin him with one.
And then Kenta can come out, and then he can just go to sleep. Kenta too.
You know what I would like? If I was booking the show, also, you know what I would do?
What?
I would have all three of them fight, right? All three of them.
Yeah.
And I would have Kenny Omega finger poke CM Punk, and it was just a big swerve the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what I would do, brother. That's a Russo booking, brother.
That's Russo booking.
You don't know anything about that.
I don't know anything about that.
You youngsters out there don't know that.
No, yeah, the youngsters there. I never saw anything. I never saw.
You don't know that.
I never saw a Russo show.
You don't know that booking, brother.
No, I never saw Russo and what's his cohort that came to Nitro.
Oh, Ferrara.
Yeah. I never saw Oklahoma.
Swerve,
I never saw that.
Swerve. But yeah, we'll get that match. I mean, come on. When they show Bucks and FTR, they have good matches. So I've been waiting to see a third one anyway. So.
But before I was going to ask about that. So when we were getting Bucks and FTR the first time, when the FTR first showed up and they kind of buried FTR.
Yeah.
Did FTR ever beat the Bucks?
I think they're tied right now. I believe it's like a tie right now. Like they have some unfinished business.
So I really think that FTR should go over the Young Bucks in this match, the Wembley match.
Well, I mean, your boys FTR are a big Punk fan, so.
Yeah. So I still think they should win that match, though.
Yeah, I think they should too. But anyway, we'll move on. So we get a little promo from Bullet Club Gold, which has been really good.
Yes.
For the show. You know what they kind of remind me of? They kind of remind me of a young DX.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. So we got Jay White, Shawn Michaels, Juice Robinson, Triple H, and then we got the Ass Boys.
Then we have two Billy Guns.
Yes, the two Billy Guns, New Age Outlaws.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they remind me of. You know what I mean? Because we got Jay White. I mean, this guy is great. Jay White.
Oh, he's fantastic. Yeah,
fantastic. I mean, what a pickup.
Yeah. I think that they're going away. I think they're doing the Bullet Club Gold thing right now, but I think they're going away from that, and I think they're going more toward this bang bang gang thing.
Yeah,
which is what the
sounds like a porno.
It does sound like a porno, but the bang bang gang with the guns makes more sense.
Yes, and I the whole group is great. I mean, even them bringing out the little cutout of Jay White,
fantastic.
It's fucking funny. So the big thing about them, they were saying, I guess Jay White just has a match tonight. And the Ass Boys or the Gun Boys are going to do a little promo. They're going to do some commentary.
Yeah.
So then we cut to see a women's match. TBS Championship. Mm-hmm. Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Martinez.
This was fine.
Yeah. This is a nice little women's match, showcase match for Chris Statlander.
Yeah.
She used to have the alien gimmick, and then she got like serious and shit.
Yeah, now
I guess she's like a punk rock girl or something.
I don't know. I think she
works out
sign language.
Well, no, she's like she's a punk rock girl who works out, and she has a belt.
Yeah. And she speaks in sign language.
That's true, she does. There's a reason for that, though. Wasn't there a reason for that? No. There's like some reason for that.
It's just a gimmick.
We don't know. But it was okay match. I liked it. You know what I mean? Come out there, beat somebody up for your belt.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you were trying to figure out where have we seen Martinez at before, and it was...
she was
in that group that we still forgot about. Retribution.
Is that what they're called? Yeah. Mace.
She was like Reckoning or something.
Mace and Spike and Dagger or whatever.
There's no Spike, brother. There's T-Bar.
I don't know.
It's Mace, T-Bar, and the Jason guy who is like Shane Taylor.
No, it wasn't Shane Taylor.
No, it was Shane, the guy in New Japan.
Yeah. The guy that was in The Mighty Don't Kneel.
Yeah.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's still there.
Shane Haste.
Yeah, yes. Who's actually pretty good.
Shane Haste is great.
But we got to put him in a fucking hockey mask. Brother.
Yeah.
I mean, his career was never the same. Come on.
Jeez, I can't believe Donovan Dijak survived that, but he did.
T-Bar, brother.
T-Bar.
Now he's some sort of like cop guy. And then he's like some sort of like guy who's a trench coat and some glasses.
If anybody ever needed to break away and get to AEW, that guy does.
Maybe, I could see him doing okay in AEW. So next we got just a little quick promo from Toni Storm talking about losing her belt. All right, so just a quick little one. Then we get a really good squash. We have Sweet Tooth himself, Samoa Joe, show up for a quick squash.
She beats Serpentico. It was sad.
And this guy, it literally just 2 seconds, not even like just choke out. And then the big thing about this match was Samoa Joe coming out and challenging CM Punk for a match at the Wembley.
Greenville! It's Samoa Joe, your one true king of television. And seeing Jimmy Never the King has a problem with that, he's got a few. First one being, soon at a sold-out Wembley Arena, we go all in. And your king has nobody to dance with. And that leads into our second problem. You see, I enjoyed a very exclusive luxury in my career. Because you see, while a certain real world champ was traveling around the world, teaching all you simple people that he was the best in the world, I knew in my heart he never was better than me a day in his life. But recently, I lost that luxury of the Owen Hart Invitational. And you know what? It's not the fact that I lost it, it's how I lost it. Because you see, me and this so-called Real War champion had battled for over 3 hours in this ring. Our legacies were built on the blood, sweat, and tears of each other and the pain that we put each other through. And damn it, a roll-up is not good enough for our legacy. So I come here, champ, and I come here as a courtesy to ask you to give me what I want, to ask you to give these people what they want, to ask you to give our legacy what it deserves. You and me, with the eyes of the world upon us, giving these people everything that we have. But know this, champ, my courtesy only extends to this week, and if you make me wait till next week, you best believe I'll convince your ass.
Because, so they're continuing that trilogy of matches, but I think it's fine.
So now Punk's going to be the ROH television champion too?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be for the belt.
All right.
Because he didn't say he was going to give him a belt match. He just said he wants a match. Mm. Because, the big thing about Joe and Punk was their Ring of Honor feud.
Yes,
that they had back in the day, which I never saw, but I heard about. And, of course, they had that match at the Owen. One of the Owen matches up, one of the quarterfinal matches or something. So now they're like tied in a way, because Joe beat him all the matches that they had in Ring of Honor before, but then Punk beat him this last time. So it's like
Punk
a rubber match.
Never beat him until this match.
Yes.
Main match.
So he did he Hulk Hogan him or?
No, I don't think so. I think it just so happened that Joe was in a position where they wanted to keep the title on him or whatever. During all those times, I don't think it was.
Well, we saw a Hogan leg drop in the match.
We did see a Hogan leg drop, but
so I was just saying. But that's the big thing.
But I mean, if this match goes through, which it will, and if Joe beats him, if CM Punk jobs to Joe, I'll gain a little bit more respect back for him.
He's not gonna beat him. We got 80,000 fans. Mm-hmm. They all want to see Punk. They all like Sweet Tooth a little bit, but I think Punk's gonna go over.
I'm sure he will.
Okay,
I'm sure he will. He'll probably never lose. He'll probably never lose.
Bro,
ever.
First of all, we already know there's a couple of things that Punk put on his contract that we should know about. Yeah, Number one is being credit control. So we're going to hear that don't work for me, brother. If I don't hear that, if that's not what's going on, like, it's just going on.
One of them is, I'm now Triple H, so I get whatever I want.
Yes. So then after we have this match, so to be honest with you, so the women's card is shaping up now, which is great. Mm-hmm. We actually got 2 matches that are high and highly rated matches coming onto this card.
Yes.
Because before this, we didn't know jack shit. We just had the Adam Cole and MJF matches and a couple of speculated ones.
Mm.
So next up, we get a little. I was kind of disappointed. This one we had the Acclaim, but it was just a backstage interview.
Yeah, they weren't even there.
They weren't even in the crowd,
Wednesday,
brother.
I'm sure.
So they're just talking about daddy ass leaving the ring. Up next is actually a surprise to me. Because if you guys listen to the Retro Blood or any of this stuff, you know, all know that me and Alice are big metal guys.
We are.
We're like that metal, brother. All types of metal. Thrash metal, death metal, black metal. Mostly black metal. I like black metal a lot. So the black metal act that we had on the wrestling show is House of Black.
Come on now, please.
You know, we know now because of Malachi, he requested
to be on
Collision.
Yeah, well, I know they requested to be on only one show, and I think they requested to be on Collision.
Yeah. So, which is cool, you know, like, I mean, it makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, fuck, you know, for a special act like that, I'd probably put them on one show only. You know, we don't need them all the time everywhere. Mm. But I was pretty happy that we got a trios match of the House of Black versus Top Flight and well, it was the couple people from Top Flight. Then we had oh god, what's the guy's name?
Shoddy Lee Johnson.
Yeah, Lee Johnson. Yeah, and then the Action Andretti. That's the guy I was thinking about.
Yeah. So Top Flight. So tonight we got Darius
Dante.
Martin.
Yeah, yes.
And Dante's still hurt.
Still hurt. Yeah. But okay, so there's a couple of things from this match. The 3 things I noticed. Okay, number 1, they got to turn that shit up, volume up.
It wasn't loud enough. The music was not loud enough.
Because, brother, when I hear metal, you got to turn that shit up to a 10. I don't want to hear a 5 or a 6.
You're right.
Okay? Turn that shit way up. All right? I want to feel it. That's the first thing. Number 2 is, you know, when they do their entrance, I thought the whole thing was dark. Like, it wasn't even dark when they did their entrance. There was, like, some sort of, like, light.
You mean on the ramp?
Everything. Like, even when they fade to black and they come back, like, the whole place is light up. It was crazy.
Yeah. I think that they don't do the dark anymore. Because it used to be, like, the whole arena was black, but now they don't do that now, I don't think.
And and then number 3 is like, how great is the presence of House of Black? I mean, fuck. These guys are tattooed, beat everybody's ass.
Yeah.
I mean, jacked. Fucking great wrestlers, great crowd.
I mean, I still think it's weird that Buddy Matthews in this group, but I mean, he does kind of look the group.
I thought it was weird at first too, but I think he fits pretty well with the way he styles. Like, yeah, the only thing that he doesn't, obviously doesn't have any tattoos. You know what I mean?
His name's Buddy.
What's wrong with Buddy?
He just doesn't sound dark and menacing.
I'm pretty sure that there's at least 5 or 10 dudes that go to death and black metal shows. Her names are Buddy.
Yes. Probably. You're probably right.
Probably even in the band. They're probably named Buddy as well.
Probably. So, and part of this match apparently was something that I didn't see before, but apparently Top Flight was able to pick a stipulation, any stipulation they wanted for the show. And the stipulation that they picked was that the 120-pound girl valet for House of Black couldn't be at ringside.
Yeah,
I mean they
come on,
couldn't
brother.
pick like a strap match or a cage match or one hand tied behind your back match or a handicap match maybe. No. They had to get rid of the valet.
So what you're telling me, Allison, is so everybody out here, like, so when they do like a House of Black match, I guess, like you can pick like a rule.
Yeah.
Within the match. And why didn't anybody like do the rule like, okay, well, you can't pin my ass. You gotta make me submit or something.
Well, it has to be a stipulation. It can't be you can't pin me.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can make it a submission match.
Yeah, well, no, you guys can't pin me, but I can pin you.
Yeah, that's not a stipulation. You can't change the rules.
Okay.
You can add a stipulation.
Okay, well, fuck, I want everybody's hands tied behind their back.
Except for mine.
You know what I mean? Some shit like that. No, I want the fucking...
But, I mean, a handicap match is a stipulation. So it could be like, it's a handicap match, the 3 of us versus Malachi.
Or you could do the thing where...
Or Buddy.
I want the stipulation is where if I hit my partner, I win the belt.
That's not a stipulation. That's never happened before.
You can't do that? Okay.
There's never been a match like that before.
Well, first of all, Allison, we talked about, you saw the reverse battle royal. So
I did. I did see a reverse.
You can do anything in pro wrestling, okay? So don't give me that. So
yeah, that does automatically mean I lose any argument about stipulations.
Yeah. So obviously the House of Black won.
I didn't book it though. I didn't book the reverse battle.
Well, you were there, so I
was there.
You contributed to the problem. Okay.
Right. So anyway,
if you don't know what we're talking about, Allison saw the TNA Reverse Battle Royal. He is actually a man who admits that he was there during that show.
Which is a battle royal where I can't even remember how it worked. So like they put people in the ring, right, or something like that.
So I think you lose.
This is so stupid.
You lose by entering the ring.
Yes.
Where you're supposed to work and get paid, that's where you lose. Okay? Why don't we have that in this match? We can only fight outside, but if I put your ass in the ring, you're
eliminated.
Yeah. Perfect. There you go. So obviously House of Black won. So where do you think they're going? Do you think they're going to be at the Wembley show?
Yep.
Who do you think they're going to be facing? I have one. I only have like one guess of who I think. I think they're going to face the Acclaim and Daddy Ass when they do a reunion.
That makes sense.
I mean, who else is there for trios right now? Like, most of the trios that we have are on Dynamite.
The only other option would be, right, okay, I was going to say it would be a Dynamite team. It would be Best Friends. That's the only other option.
Yeah, but they're already in a feud with the BCC.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to get for that. So yeah, it'll definitely, well, I mean, that's what they're aiming towards, because during the Acclaim's promo, they said that Daddy Ass, if he wants to retire, he can retire, but we're going to carry his boots around until he changes his mind.
We're going to carry his boots around, brother. So the next match was pretty interesting. So it was like a showcase match. That's what I call these. So we had Metalik.
Yeah, guys, I'm here with TNT champion Christian Cage and Luchasaurus. And I see you have a special guest with you.
That's right, Tony. You're very observant. This is my child, my very own flesh and blood. Now, people might be wondering why I brought my daughter to Collision. It's very simple. To prove a point. That as the TNT champion, as the face of TNT, I realized that I'm a role model for children all over the world, not just my own child. And what's really annoying me lately is looking at a guy like Darby Allin, who seems to be mentoring an 18-year-old snot-nosed punk kid that has no business being in AEW, let alone stepping foot inside my ring.
Yeah!
Now,
fuck that guy.
yes?
Can I have your belt?
Did you win this belt? You did not win this belt. Nobody touches this title but me. Go find your mother. Go. Security! She's not credentialed. Remove her from the arena. I am the TNT champion now and forever. Do you understand me?
He used to be Grand Metalik. Okay, versus Jay White. What a random match that one is, huh?
Well, that was kind of random.
Jay White versus Metalik. And so I was talking Allison about this when we were talking about the Elite signing back to the AEW.
Yep.
And I'm going to let you all know this conversation. So one of the discussion was, like, for a guy like Adam Page. So let's say he went to the WWF, and, you know, when you go to a WWF, obviously it's a bigger stage. There's more eyeballs on you.
Yeah.
There's more of a bigger audience worldwide. So when
Yeah.
you retire from the WWF, you will, when you go to the gimmick table, you could sell more. Because you're in the WWF, people know you more. But I have some stuff against that. And I'll tell you, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
And this match will be perfect right here. Let's say in about 10 years, we go to the gimmick table, right? Who are you gonna give money to? We got Metalik, we got Jay White.
Jay White.
So hold on, I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Metalik was in WWF forever. Has Lucha House Party guy. Mm-hmm. Just doing, he had the piñata at one time. Completely, that kind of stuff that they do.
Yeah.
Didn't do jack shit, but he was in the F, or the E. Sorry, my bad. He was in the E, brother. Big star, worldwide, everywhere. Saw him everywhere.
Sure.
Jay White only been AEW, but way better wrestler, way more promise, everything. Mm-hmm. Who you can give the $10 to, or the $15, or at this probably with inflation $100? Who you can give $100 to?
I'm still gonna give my $100 to Jay White,
exactly.
But I see why people might go the other way. But my argument against that, though, is how many people are going to stay in WWE that long, not get released, become a big name, and retire? I mean, Roman Reigns will.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely big stars there.
It's not like it used to be where, once you made it, you're going to stay there until you retire.
Yeah.
Or get screwed over by Vince McMahon and go to WCW. Or, and then that's it. Where now you're probably going to work at WWE for 5 years. You're going to get boring. The crowd won't like you anymore. They'll fire you. You go to AEW.
Hey, it's a career path.
It is a career route, yeah.
You know what I mean? You can go to Impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you're lucky if you go to AEW now, but you'll go. But I mean, a lot of those guys aren't going to be going to AEW because AEW, I just don't think wants to sign a lot of those guys.
Yeah. So, after this match was a showcase for Jay White.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like getting them on the show, showing Bullet Club Gold, which I think they're pretty much like one of the hottest acts right now in AEW. Like, or if they're not like white hot right now, but I feel like Bullet Club Gold is going to be white hot pretty soon. Like they're on the level of being white hot. And like I said, to me, they remind me of like a young DX.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Minus X-Pac in China. They just have like that DX vibe going on with me right now. So
yeah, they could still get those people though. They could still get their X-Pac.
Well, they don't need to like get too much people in the group. So.
No, because they got 2 Billy Guns.
Yeah. So.
One thing we did forget, though.
What did we forget?
We forgot Christian's promo. It was between those 2 matches, I believe.
Was it between them? I thought I took a little picture of it. Let's see. You're right. So yeah, the Christian. That was actually a pretty good promo.
This shit was fucking funny.
So like,
he's a comedic fucking genius. Christian is fantastic.
So was that his real daughter? I think it was, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
So he brought his daughter to. Does he? He doesn't live around here, does he?
No.
I know Edge does.
Edge does. He probably came to. I don't know. I'm speculating, obviously, but maybe he took his family to go to visit Edge's family.
They have
and then they just came down here to do this show.
You think Christian stayed the night at Edge houses tonight?
Probably.
I
guarantee he did.
I mean, why not?
I think Edge was at that show tonight.
I'm pretty sure he was. I mean, he had to be. Like, unless they made him go to SummerSlam for some media shit in Detroit, because it's possible. It's very possible. Because sometimes they'll just bring people over there for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm guessing if Edge had to be there for them, if not, he was definitely at the show.
Yeah.
No question to ask. With his family. But or maybe it's one of those things he left, but then Christian could stay at the night at his house because they're boys and stuff. But
yeah, sure.
So Christian brought his daughter there. All right, and I guess the big thing is, there's a match between Christian or Luchasaurus, whichever one, to face Darby Allin.
Yes, but you forget though.
Yes.
So the people probably don't know this. So Christian is not the title holder.
Yeah.
He is not the TNT champion.
He's not recognized as it, but he wears the belt.
But he never even won it. Luchasaurus did.
Yes.
But Christian Cage says that it's his titles, and he's been holding it ever since.
Yes.
So anyway, now there's a match coming up with Luchasaurus versus someone for Christian's title, apparently.
Yes. It's with Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, yes.
Yes, okay. Darby Allin versus them, and that's what he was talking about. And that's going to happen at the Chicago show.
All Out.
All Out, yes.
The week after All In.
Yeah, but the funny part about this one was all like, his daughter wanted to see the belt. He was all like, "Oh, no, you can't. You're on time. I go see your mom.
Go find your mom."
It's like, hey, security, get her out of here.
And then security kicked her daughter out of the.
Have you ever seen a wrestler kick their own daughter out of the show?
Never.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's happened before in wrestling.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like, the daughter getting kind of wild backstage, like, get her out of here, brother. So, but, then we get like a little bit of an Anna Jay promo, I guess, because she got a win or something. She's going to be facing Sheeta. So,
and then she cuts this ridiculous promo where she says, like, I fought you in 2020. But I lost. You took advantage of me because I was a rookie, and then I fought you a year later, and I was still a rookie.
Yeah, I was still rookie. But look, I was a rookie, but I'm okay now.
Right.
Because I got boys behind me.
Right.
Exactly. I got the former JS people
until Wednesday.
And let's be honest. Let's be honest. Anna Jay, she needs to be with Jungle Boy.
She does.
I mean, for her career, his career, they should just be together. If you want to bring Daddy Magic and Angelo Park, you want to bring them too. You know what I mean?
And what's the other guy? Cool Hand, whatever.
Cool Hand Luke, yeah. Yeah, Cool Hand and Daddy Magic.
So stupid. But it's supposed to be, though. So that's why it's funny. Daddy Magic.
Yeah, Daddy Magic, brother.
So hilarious.
Come on, brother. Let's do it. So then we got a shocking surprise. The return of good old JR. You think it's just a one-time thing, or
it's a one-time for now thing? Yes.
And where does he live right now?
He splits his time between Oklahoma and Jacksonville.
What's the flight time over here? Well, Jacksonville's not too bad. Probably like
Jacksonville's probably 2
hours. That's probably why he could make it, because I know he got a foot problem going on.
Yeah, he announced I don't know what 2 or 3 weeks ago that he was going to take some time away to get healthy again.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's just his foot. I think he's got some more issues. He didn't look great. Like, he looked very
Well, he's old. I mean.
Well, yeah, but
actually, he didn't look too bad.
He looked like he was moving very gingerly.
Well, I mean, yeah, his foot's all fucked up.
Well, you're right, his foot's all fucked up.
Now, obviously, we're there live, so we didn't hear his commentary.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure it was pretty good.
With him calling everybody the wrong names.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. There's no way he's going to call Punk the wrong name. But yeah, he's not been known to do that. So it was cool to see Jim Ross back in the Carolinas, brother.
Hell yeah.
Bringing it back in the day.
That was a surprise. I was surprised to see that.
Yes. Then we have Ricky, this Dragon Steamboat.
Yeah. Carolina legend.
Guy we talk about all the time on the Retro Blood.
Lives in Charlotte, just up the road.
Just up the road, brother. He has his own entrance. Very Game of Thrones-like entrance there. Mm-hmm. Steamboat, I mean, we talk about him all the time on Retro Blood. This guy was great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and there's big, I don't know why there was speculation. They thought he might turn heel because signing with Punk and everything.
Well, he kind of did.
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, it's kind of weird. Like to me, and we'll get into this a little bit more. But to me, CM Punk is like, I think he's on the John Cena level right now, where half the audience like him, half of them don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you're right.
So it's like a little bit of both. So we have our main event. CM Punk versus Ricky Starks. So with this one, I thought it was a really good match. You know, you want to say anything about Collision, they definitely give you their money's worth. You know?
Absolutely, they do.
And for guys who go to wrestling shows like me and you know, we do prefer the AEW live show just because, you know, you're guaranteed to have a good match, little different style matches, and the way they format the matches are a lot better. Like there was barely like any downtime at all.
No, there was no...
Like every time I go to these fucking Raws or SmackDown, there's like a fucking 5 minutes of dead air. Like just fucking nothing.
I mean, it's just like video package commercial.
Video package.
Video package commercial. Guy comes to the ring commercial.
Did we see one video package?
No.
I didn't see fucking one. Like, we might have got them for the promos coming up for matches. But, like, this is like fucking... I go to SmackDown, there's like 10 video packages everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
crazy.
I mean, that's what a wrestling show should be like. That's what 90s wrestling shows were like. That's what Nitro was like.
Yeah.
I mean, you just watched a wrestling show all the way through.
Exactly. So this match was good. I mean, obviously the crowd was, I would say 50-50, maybe like 60-40.
Yeah, they seemed early in the show, they seemed like really anti-Punk.
Yeah.
But then when he actually came out there, then all of a sudden these CM Punk marks came out of nowhere.
Yeah, like me.
Like you.
Well, I didn't really come out of nowhere. I had my shirt on.
You were wearing your Punk shirt.
I had the Nexus Punk shirt on.
Yeah, I wore my... I brought my Hangman Adam Page Bullet Club shirt out of retirement just so
well, mine's more of a retirement than you.
Yeah.
Mine was from 2010, 12, something like that.
That's true.
The Nexus Punk. You weren't a big fan of the Nexus Punk?
I don't really remember that too much.
No, you don't missing anything.
I remember the Nexus with Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Or Bryan Danielson, excuse me.
And then Punk took it over. And then the guys in the Nexus, they left to create the core.
Oh God!
All right, how come nobody recaps that shit?
Because was shit the first time probably. Was Ryback and all that? Wasn't he the guy with the cowboy hat?
Yeah, Ryback was in it.
And then Bray Wyatt was Husky Harris.
I think he left or something before he joined like the Punk's version of the Nexus, because I believe the Punk's version of the Necklace had David Otunga. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
It had Husky Harris, was Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, yeah.
It had Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
And I believe it had somebody else, but I don't know if it was Ryback. It might have had Heath Slater, I believe.
Heath Slater was definitely in it, the one man band. And
then like the Justin Credible it's Justin Gabriel.
Justin Gabriel.
And and then Wade Barrett, and then there's another guy. No, maybe it was Heath Slater that left. There's like somebody that left the Punks group because it was too much abuse.
None of those people are in WWE now.
None of them.
What Bray Wyatt?
Yeah,
and Wade Barrett is.
Wade Barrett's there. Yeah, it was a commentator. Yeah, so I actually kind of like that era of the Nexus. I don't know. It warms my heart. Some of that stuff. I had to bring it back for one night, brother. So this match is pretty good. You know, Punk the guy can do a main event match.
This was pretty good. Like he didn't hurt himself. He didn't break anything. He didn't break his foot getting into the ring.
Yes.
So it was already a step up from the first time he came to AEW.
So
I mean, the fucking guy was hurt 3 times in like a year, and one of them was just like jumping into the crowd.
Yes.
It's like
a couple of biceps. Yeah,
like,
we got a couple.
Really?
You know, we're being a little more safe now.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, we got a little bit more money on the line. We got our own show. You know what I mean? You can't just be getting injured. But I thought this match was pretty good. Very good style. You know, Ricky Starks is like this guy. Like,
Ricky Starks is going to be a fucking star.
Yeah, but I just don't know if he's going to be a star in AEW.
No, he's going to be a star in WWE.
But the problem is, I don't know if he's going to be there either because of his height.
He is not super tall.
I mean, let's just be honest. If we had Ricky Stark, 6'1", if we had Chad Gable, 6'1", both world champions, am I wrong or am I right?
Is Chad Gable 6'1"?
No, I said if we had them.
Oh, I was about to say.
If we had them, if we had them 6'1".
Yeah.
Who
would I think would be the champion?
No, they both be champions right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In WWF. Now Ricky Stark could be a champion in AEW. They don't really care about height, but the F, they care about the height.
They do.
Or the E.
Yeah, less than they used to, but yeah, they
still do. Let's be honest with you.
They do care. You're right.
I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean,
well, that was the whole thing with Billy Gunn, right? The reason he never won the titles because he's not tall enough.
Billy Gunn? Mm-hmm. He's tall.
He's not tall as he's shorter than Steve Austin though. That was the problem, and they didn't want Steve Austin jobbing to a guy shorter than him.
Well, I mean, there's no way. I mean, Billy Gunn.
That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know. I don't know if I could believe that one. I mean, Steve Austin. There's different people, man. They'll push, but Ricky Stark definitely gonna be a big star. He should be a big star. He should be where he's at right now.
Yeah.
In the main events because he was that good. So this match going back and forth. The finish basically saw Ricky Stark knocked out the referee, and then we have some. We basically Punk rolled him up with the.
But so the way that happened though was he accidentally hit the referee and knocked him out, and then Ricky tried to cheat by putting his feet on the ropes. But my question though is, who did he think was going to count the 3 when he cheated? Ricky Steamboat, even though he cheated directly in front of Steamboat.
Yeah,
is that what he thought was going to happen?
Probably. He's like, "Hey, man, brother, just go in there. We paid you more than your stock fee. What's the problem?"
And then Steamboat kicks the feet off the rope.
He keeps his feet on the rope like a baby face.
Mm-hmm. Like a baby face, maybe. But then he distracted him just long enough for Punk to get that roll up on him.
Yeah, roll up, and then they counted 1, 2, 3.
So now did Steamboat do that on purpose?
Yeah.
To screw over Ricky Starks?
He's trying to do what's right, brother.
Is he? We'll see.
Punk with the clean win.
We'll see down the road. So
now
that was not a clean win. But so that was no worse than what Punk is accusing Starks of doing last week.
Starks is cheating. He's trying to cheat.
How did Starks cheat last week? He just rolled him up.
Well, rolled him up.
He was distracted.
Put a fucking hand on the rope and shit. So it's just weird right now because Starks is the heel and the Punk's the baby face.
He is clearly now.
But if you look at the fucking crowd, obviously they were more into Starks than they were into Punk, except for today. I would say it's about maybe 50-50, maybe 60-40 Punk.
See, I think that Starks was working face going into this match. But I think clearly coming out of it, he wasn't. But I think that going into this, he was he kind of came across as a face.
Well, I mean, if we didn't think he was a heel, him attacking Steamboat basically
made him a heel. Yeah.
So we had them. I mean, we're gonna know the direction for Punk. It's gonna be Punk versus Joe at the Wembley show, which would be a good match. Continuing that trilogy. We got the FTR versus the Bucks. But I was surprised to hear about next week's collision of the House of Black versus CM/FTR.
That's going to be great.
That's going to be fucking fantastic.
Yeah, we should have went to that one, too.
I mean, fuck. I know. I definitely want to go to that one because I've been waiting to see Punk and Malachi in the same ring.
Because that one's also close to where we live, kind of.
Yeah. And I think they have I think they can have a really good chemistry, both of those guys. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's going to be a great match.
With their kicks in. Yeah, that's going to be a fantastic match.
But that'll be the main event next week, right?
Yeah, it has to be the main event. Yeah. It has to be. And then, when this, match going on, we got Punk celebrating, helping out Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Mm-hmm. So that kind of ended our show, Collision. I thought it was a good show. I thought the actual in-ring stuff was really good.
Yeah.
We found 2 matches heading into the big London show, which we were been waiting for.
Yeah.
I thought they were going on, good with the storylines, getting people to where they need to be. We're kind of like developing our crew. Over here, we're developing a little bit more characters here in Collision.
Yeah.
We're seeing the development of House of Black here. We're seeing development of Bullet Club Gold, which I think is like one of the centerpieces of Collision. Seeing those guys here. Obviously, we're seeing the Punk controversy back and forth with him. FTR having great matches every fucking week. So, and we actually got a special on here, which I'm not sure if they're going to air anywhere except for here on our show, which was a guy sitting 2 rows in front of us, which we had no idea.
He was there the whole show.
And so we had, after the show, FTR came out. They celebrated with Punk. And Dax wanted to bring in a special legend who competed all around North Carolina, especially in Greenville, Dennis Condrey.
For decades, and maybe even now, this was considered horseman country. think, and maybe this might be too much of a pat on the back, but I think tonight we can officially rename this FTR country. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, maybe the greatest wrestler of all time. Maybe the greatest wrestler of all time. Didn't deserve what happened to him, but I'm so proud that tonight in Greenville, South Carolina, you people came out and you showed him love and affection for as great as he is. But there's one other person in the crowd tonight, now wore his jacket here. The Midnight Express. Listen, if we're on national television and we're live, I'm gonna say we're the greatest tag team of all time, okay? But in real life, when the cameras are off, there is never going to be a better tag team than Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton. So what I'm like, Bobby Cruz, can you help me out? Can you get my friend Dennis Condrey to come up here, please? Can you bring him around here? Bring him around this way. Come around this way. Come around here. While Dennis is coming in the ring, I would like to say, as ridiculous as I look and feel right now, that without Ricky Steamboat, there's no CM Punk. Without you fans here in Greenville, there is no AEW. And without Dennis Condrey, one half of the Hall of Fame legendary Midnight Express, there is no FTR. It is important to show the future, the people that paved the way for guys like myself and Cash and Dax, and right here is a living legend. Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, hands together, as loud as you possibly can. So really quick, what I got you guys real quick. 2023. And I know you guys are tired of hearing this stuff. I'm tired of saying it sometimes. No, I'm not. 2023, I get to go on the road maybe 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week. And I have the luxury of taking care of the most beautiful woman in the world and the most perfect daughter in the world because of this business. But, really quick, but the only reason that I can do that is because this man was away from his family for 300 days a year, 350 days a year, beat his body up, changed the whole, wait a second, please. Changed the whole course, not just of tag team wrestling, because the tag team wrestling you see today is because of this man. But changed the course of professional wrestling, what a bad guy can be, what a good guy should do. And also, he paved that road so I can stay home 5 days a week with my wife and my daughter and take care of them. Everything that I have in this world, everything that I have and everything that I owe to Dennis Condrey. Dennis, you're the greatest of all time. You're the greatest, one half of the greatest tag team of all time. I can't thank you enough. And
Thank you.
quick, and then I'll stop talking. The best working heel in the world, in my opinion. There are 3 of them. There's Tully Blanchard, there's Fit Finley, which I named my daughter after, and then there's Dennis Condrey. Dennis, without you, I wouldn't have my 2 best friends in the ring with me and celebrating this with my family, watching my wife, my daughter, my dad, my father-in-law, my family. There's a family here too, the Stevens, man. Listen, I was homeless. There was a time that I was homeless. They took me in and allowed me to stay with them. I ain't done yet. They took me in and let me stay with them without. I am the luckiest man in the world, Dennis. I fucking love you.
Yeah.
We're not worthy. I'll keep mine short and sweet. Greenville. Did you believe I've wrestled here before in front of like 20 of you guys? Yeah. So now I have over 30 friends and family that this guy right here, this guy right here, this guy right here. These are people that I started out backyard wrestling with. I did independent wrestling with them, shows that nobody showed up to. And now I'm in the ring with my best friend, CM Punk, wearing the Indiana Jones hat. Yeah. And Dennis Condrey. And my mom slapped the piss out of Big Bill tonight. I cannot tell you how happy I am to come home and see this, to hear this, to have you guys here supporting us. Without guys like Dennis Condrey, without each and every fan that comes out here and supports us, we can't live our dreams. So thank you, we love you. Let's listen to CM Punk talk, huh?
And it is not easy to speak without a voice box, but I'm going to try like hell. Right now, right tonight, I want to tell you guys something. I'm tired of arguing with you. We are not the best tag team in the world. You guys were the best tag team. Now, we have argued. Not going to argue. No more arguing. Let me go. Just saying this. Without you 2 guys right now, we would not have music going. They are keeping us alive with that. They're keeping us alive with their music. I love them very much. Trees and roses. My wife of 35 years. If you can put up with my ass for 35 years, you've done a hell of a job, girl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Stick around for Ring of Honor. Hang out for Ring of Honor. It's going to be a hell of a show.
The Midnight Express.
The Midnight Express, brother, which you talk about all the time on the Retro Blood. And I didn't, I think we were just talking to him just to say, hey, the guy was actually right there. He's like 2 rows in front of us.
Yep.
The whole time, his Hawaiian shirt and stuff.
In front of me, yeah.
And I was like, fuck, man, I can't believe somebody like that high up was like right there. It's crazy because, you know, I like we talked about this before on Retro Blood and stuff. But I wasn't like a big '80s. You know, I was a kid during the '80s and stuff. But you know, doing all this research of the shows, doing all my other research and stuff like the Midnight Express, bro. Those guys got some heat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like tag team wrestling back in the day, '80s, was a big deal.
Well, yeah, because Crockett loved tag team wrestling. Jim Crockett loved. I mean, almost. And when Crockett Senior ran Crockett Promotions, it was almost all tag teams.
And let's be honest, you know, Jim Cornette's big with the Midnight Express. He was their manager for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim Cornette would fit right into FDR right now. Of course, if they were heels, I mean, they would fit in like a glove. You know what I mean? Especially the Young Bucks coming on, perfect.
It would be fantastic.
It'd be fantastic.
That's money that Cornette's just not.
Yeah, he just can't do it because of all the real life shit.
Right.
That he doesn't like.
Real life shit, quote unquote.
Yeah, quote.
He can't do it because of his own gimmick.
Yeah, his own gimmick. It would ruin his gimmick.
Yeah.
But, you know, they basically brought him into the ring, and like I'll play the footage here. You guys could check it out for yourself.
It's awesome.
It was basically Alex Harwood putting over Dennis Condrey and showing his love for him, and showing the love for Crockett Wrestling. Basically, you know, whatever he's saying was right. You know, a lot of these Crockett guys, a lot of these WWF guys and stuff, you know, they paved the way for a lot of wrestlers today, especially in these markets in tag team wrestling. You know. So
we wouldn't have been on 4th Row tonight in Greenville if it hadn't been for Midnight Express.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially in that kind of wrestling market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, the matches that Midnight Express did with, like, what are they called? What are they called? The Rock, no, not the Rock, with, you know, Midnight Express, and then their biggest rivals.
The Rock and Roll Express?
Rock and Roll Express, yes. Those guys, I mean, fuck. And, bro, Dennis Condrey, like, that finish that they do is crazy.
Yeah.
Where he takes the fucking guy and he just fucking does a knee on his neck and shit. Yeah. Like, fuck, it looks like they cripple people with that fucking shit.
Yeah,
that's... They do it on the throat and stuff. Like, they were a vicious team, too. You know, and Bobby Eaton, it was so obviously, this guy was fucking great, Bobby Eaton. Like, when it comes to, like, actual in-ring technical wrestler, guy was great. I loved him in the Heenan family. Mm-hmm. No, not the Heenan, the Heyman family. When he was in WCW and stuff, he was great in that tag team, too, so. Yeah. But everybody check it out. This footage over here, some special footage. Show. Like I said, I played a couple footage throughout the whole show that we did. Hope you all enjoyed it. This has been a special Lights Out. We'll try to do some more of these if we go to the shows.
Kind of experimental YouTube-only show.
Yeah, YouTube-only show. You know, we got a couple pictures of us on here. Maybe we'll do the whole thing live with us on here. I just added some clips on here. So, but everybody, check us out. You know, Apple Podcast.
Yeah,
Spotify. You know, Podbeam. Wherever you get your podcast from. Google Podcasts. We're on all of them. Retro Blood. Check out the Retro Blood. Like them. Subscribe. If you guys like 80s horror movies, we talk about that. If you like wrestling, we talk about that on there. We had the Lights Out where we talk about anything. We just did a Lights Out on Dawn of the Dead, which is fantastic movie, fantastic series. We're doing Zombie Month right now on the Retro Blood. So talk about Fulci zombies. We're doing some Italian zombies, brother.
Italian.
With that fucking red fucking crystal blood on their shit and stuff. So everybody check us out, and we'll try to do some more here on the YouTube as well, brother. Maybe some wrestling reviews. We'll do some metal reviews, you know, all this kind of stuff on there. So everybody, hope y'all enjoyed this, and catch us this Sunday on the Retro Blood.
Oh, yeah. See you guys.
See you later.